Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here. A little midday money on I don't even know what today is. Thursday, April the 27th. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here. YouTube channel, Facebook page. Winning free picks, picks and parlays. Watching on either one. Super. Can put the notification bell on and make sure you follow both. Also, you could follow the Sean Hicks page. I throw it out there because with bet, win, repeat right after 1 o'clock, I don't like to run right into Detroit Lenny 5 days a week. So I do have it on my old school Sean Hicks channel. And, of course, I do my baseball cards. So there's that. Anyway, again, like, subscribe, ring the bell here. I got the link in the descriptions down here for all of your favorite, or whatever your favorite podcast channels. You can find on the Believe Network, the show, every day. Go ahead, listen in. Give it a follow. Why wouldn't you do that for me? Doesn't hurt you. Doesn't cost you a darn thing. $31.20 weekly pass is up in the chat if you want to get down on that. Why wouldn't you? Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. The picks are up in the Twitter world. Go check it out. And now let's get right into it. Recapping yesterday's action. Not too shabby. Would it go 6-1? Baseball in a video. Premiums go 7-2. Bounce back there. We had the bad night before on Tuesday, and we rebound. That's what you got to do. You got to bounce back after a bad day. We'll definitely take a rebound there. NBA, we do split out, go 2-2. And as I said yesterday, I would have rather of not had the +4 if I knew Fox was coming back. But what are you going to do? 2-2 in the video with NBA. Hockey went down, and we'll recap all those numbers right now. Hockey, 31-46 in the video, minus 421. NBA, 52-50, minus $80. And baseball is 51-61, down 349. But let's get to today's action. Get some free winners out there for you. Video picks. Let's get to it, and we'll go backward here. So on the ice, we got the Leafs over and Vegas puck line plus 160 and Toronto over to 6.5. We had these out here the other day. They haven't moved. NBA, I'm going to pass today with this Hawks game. I would probably lean Hawks first quarter here, but maybe an over. I'm not betting it. 52-50 in the video, minus $80. I'm going to pass. MLB, 51-61, minus 349. Here we go. Braves under the 8.5. Padres minus the 130. Tigers under the 8. And the Natties plus 210. Natties cash yesterday, 180. We'll take them again. How the heck? And I got a bad number yesterday. I got a 190 when I bet the Nationals yesterday. It's gone up. I guess no way the Mets could lose again. Is that the thinking here by people betting on the Mets? Am I missing something with their pitcher? I mean, like, really, you're really running away a 220 spot here with Joey Lucchesi? Okay. Sure, Jan. Lay that 220. What could possibly go wrong with Mr. Lucchesi on the hill? Now, he had a nice start, 7 innings, struck out 9 guys. Why not lay 220 with the guy? He looked really good against San Francisco. I understand that, but and I'm just going to start here and kind of work back here. Padre guy, injured. I thought when the Mets got him, like, okay, nice back end rotation guy. I'm just not. I don't know if I'm sold on one start against the Giants to wrap it up as something I want to lay $2 on. Just cause, well, they're off a loss again, and they'll bounce back here. I don't know if they're going to bounce back here. I not like what I've seen. So that's I think in there I'll get a big number with the Nationals there. So I kind of like the Nationals. And there's that. So those are the picks for today. Hope you like them. Oh, player props. Just 2 player props today. I was looking earlier. There was not a lot of player props up there. And on today's schedule, I was going to roll out the a new screen, but let's be honest. There's two. I went to look at it. I'm like, well, why am I going to go high with two guys? I guess we could do that. 115 and 184. Player props yesterday. Bad day, 2 and 11. Still up plus 1290 after dropping 670 yesterday. So I'm going to go bogey and Cronenworth for the Padres today. Just because I do like the Cubs. We got Cubs futures. Not like it was Newski in this spot. I had the Cubs yesterday. It's one of my two losers out of my 9 baseball games. Lugo's pitched well. Again, I got a cleanup hitter at plus 150. Cronenworth in a maybe 5 or 6 hole, driving a run. I'll take a shot here. The only other game I sort of was going to look at for and it's the early game, believe it or not. I was looking at Miami. I thought about grabbing a little Sanchez or Cruz for a ribby prop, but you know, not much there. Like San Francisco, there was no player props up for the San Francisco game either against Mikolos. I would have definitely gone there, but there was nothing up at the start of the show. So it happens. What are we gonna do? That's that. That's it. I want to apologize. No show last night. I was gonna do the look headline show. I planned on it, and my daughter had to do stuff for her National Junior Honor Society stuff, and might as well just be pulling teeth out of like an alligator trying to referee that with the wife. Oh my goodness! I mean, what the heck? Really, just write the. It's not that hard. Write a little essay. Why do you got to be a pain in my butt, Lily? Come on. So that sucked the life out of me, and I was like, forget this. I can't do a show. And I was having a good night too. I just whatever. It's life. Comes first. Lock it in with the Kings in the house. Good morning, my guy. Miz says Pirates under. I don't hate it. It was a 8 yesterday, I think. So it's come down a bit. I don't really hate the under there. The Dodgers, I've mentioned how many times we've mentioned the Dodger lineup. And Urias is a really good pitcher. And Keller's hasn't pitched terribly. So I don't hate the under in this spot. And the Dodgers were my other loss yesterday. I mean, how about? And I said it. Team wins some games. Now you kind of hit a little rough spot. Maybe you lose, 2 in a row, whatever. No, they keep winning. They keep winning. What else we got here? Cubs over the 8.5. I don't hate that because I think that the Padres are going to hit Wisniewski. That being said, though, Lugo's been pretty solid. And the Padre lineup, I mean, you got guys hitting under 200 for leadoff hitter, 200. I mean, Soto's been bad. Oakland under. You got Otani on the hill, so I obviously, it's the Ace. We can't say nothing about the Ace, right? You can't say something nice about somebody. Don't say anything at all. Mets over the 8.5. I don't know. I'm going to say no to the Mets over. Just as I mentioned, you got the Nats are a team of why we took them yesterday. It's kind of a young team. They got prospects or whatever. Gore's a nice young player. Gray's a nice young player. Trevor Williams' numbers, they're not bad. So it's a kind of weak hitting team, a decent pitching staff, believe it or not. They're not giving up runs. I don't know if I want to go over this game. I don't know if I'll go over 8.5. White Sox under, yeah. I got a 7.5 yesterday. Good number for that. It came down laying 125. Michael's in the house. 5-0 in the NBA. Of course you go 5-0 NBA. Heat money line. And Warriors road. Yeah, I said that. As soon as that line moved, I was like, not interested in that game. That switches things up there. The Heat, excellent win. And we had the Heat here in the chat. We'll take it. Richie P's in the house. Didn't like one. Appreciate it, buddy. 0-2 last night for us. -6. Listen, you got to take a loss sometimes, King B. We can't win every day. It's nice to win every day. And when you're selective, you have good days where you're have nice 5-0 weeks and 7-2 weeks and you're making money. But some days you take it on the chin. You got to move on. It's all right. Tonight, one NBA play. Celtics first half took the Giants run line. Back at Webb at home with the Giants. Yeah, well, let's start the Celtics. I kind of like the Hawks out of the first quarter because you're desperate. You're down. I did that with Detroit Lenny yesterday. One, because I had to do an NBA game, and there's one NBA game. I'm not Really loving it. Probably an over would be my thought there if I had to pick something today on it. But first half, I could see that. Right. I like Atlanta kind of come out strong. So I think a pick them to start. I think they're plus 130 or something like that. Uh, but Celtics to pull away first half. I don't hate it. And hey, and you've been crushing your first half, first quarter NBA. So and the Giants, you got to fade Miklos. I got a 150 with Webb there, and I didn't want to. I just do I want to lay like a 150 with him anyway? I'd rather lay the 155, or excuse me, take the plus 150 with a run line, or in your case, a 140, than lay and lose with the Giants. Because as much as they're, what I mean, come on, they've won what 5 in a row. St. Louis dropped three straight. I don't like him in favorite role, and Webb hasn't really been super yet, so I could see him being good at home here. So yes, let's go Giants. Locking in with the King says, side note, I can't wait to see him with McColl's tonight's draft. Oh, the draft. I uh I tweeted some freezing cold takes and it was a bunch of like quarterback talk. Jake Locker, Jamarcus Russell, like just great stuff. Like these guys. And like I said yesterday, and people draft these quarterbacks. You're going to a bad team, that's why you're a top 5 pick. I don't know. Should be interesting. My daughter wants me to come pick her up. She's having a little stomach cramps today. I'm thinking to myself, it's draft day. I wanted to go to Costco. Actually, I want to get a new chair because this one, you hear, it makes a little noise, and it still works, but the noise probably it bothers me a little bit. So I wanted to get that stuff done and watch a little draft day today. So I don't know if I should pick her up or not. I like the draft, although I'm old school, King. You know that I'm more of a Saturday start at noon draft all day long, Saturday and Sunday. Should be an interesting draft, right? I mean, you've heard all the talk about the draft. I'm going to pull you off here as I talk about it. And a lot more people, and I didn't get into draft picks this year. I didn't do it. My dad was sick, he ended up passing away. I wasn't really into the draft usually, and that's the tail end of the NCAA tournament. And I actually had a decent end of the NCAA tournament after a terrible beginning to the NCAA tournament. But I didn't really get into the picks, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know. There's just this year for me for the draft. I don't know the articles I've seen and people talking about it. There aren't a lot of the draft, the first round drafts grades aren't. Sometimes you get a deeper draft, right? You hear about deep drafts. This one apparently not as good with first round talent. Eh, we'll see. Guys got to get out there and play. Who knows? Bill McDonald's in the house. What to say? Padres run line today. Celtics scored. I don't hate the Padres run line. Get a little better payday there. What's it? Plus 120 as opposed to laying with Lugo. And the Celtics first scored. I'm against that one. I did I didn't bet it. I did on the free pick last night with Lenny. I said maybe the Hawks come out strong here in the first quarter. Um, let's see. Nick says here, yes, it was kind of an odd day. Won easily over an Oakland game. Got lucky under Knicks game. Lost in the Cardinals over in the Reds. You get days like that, Nick. Like you think you're looking good with games, and then it's boom. What just happened here? That's why you bounce back. It's a grind. You're gonna have days like that. Believe me, I have them. I have them. You're thinking like, what happened in this spot? Things are going well. Then it gets flipped on its butt, and you're like, what the heck? Ari Gold's in the house. Nick says under and Braves Marlins game. I don't hate the under Brave game. 8.5. One, you have a light hitting Marlins team versus Kyle Wright has not pitched well, but it's still the Marlins offense. And what's his name? Braxton Garrett says, again, much like Kyle Wright, a former number 1 pick, obviously a lot of hype on a guy supposed to be good. I'll go under with you. I did go under. I got under 8.5. Right here in the chat as well. King D still sitting at 30 and 16. Listen, can't complain about 65% in baseball. Taking on today, it happens. See, the problem, not that there's a problem with that, King D, but you know as well as I do. You have a game like, or you're having a nice run, right? Every day you're like 1-0, 2-0, whatever. You don't have a nice run. You have a bad day, and then here comes like the game. You're like, oh my God, you stink. I'm buried. Like, well, have you just been, you don't, you can't, the record's there. Hey, this is how I've been long term. It's a good little track record. 65% is very good. But you're going to lose a game here and there. That's you're going to bounce back. You're going to turn that 0-2 to an 0-4. It happens. Under in the Braves game. Yes, Bill, take that under. T Money's in the house, my guy. Welcome. Cardinals, lock of the day. Ari says Cardinals, lock of the day. Cardinals lost 3 straight. San Fran 5 in a row. Lock of the day from Ari. Ari Gold said, "You take a new Reeds. I'll grab the other guy." What about this Cardinal team? 2 times ago, Ben with 3 lead. When wake up, Giants win both 7-3 games. Yeah, the Cardinals team, Nick. It is a. Now I mentioned the pitching staff on multiple occasions about St. Louis. Right? We don't like St. Louis. I don't know why people thought this team would win. The pitching staff is not good at all. And they got good bats. Listen, I like their young, I like Thomas. I like Walker. They got, Yepes. They got a bunch of young guys. Carlson. You have your Goldies and Arenados. But pitching will stymie or at least slow down a good hitter every once in a while. And if your pitching staff's giving up 5 runs, 6 runs, 7 runs a game, you're not going to win many. Don't bet the Cardinals. Yeah, you go to bed thinking you're a winner. I get it. All games of time and pitch, Angels score 2 runs, tops. I know. But you have to go run line here with the Angels. And I've said this all season against the A's. I will go run line A's. Anything under like the 140 mark, I'll go under. Or I'll take run line with that because I just think the A's are a bad team. T-Money, Jimmy Butler. I just threw money at them last night making a birthday wish, but how could you not? Yeah. I mean, they're getting 11. And I thought you lose Hero and Oladipo. That's more of a loss than our boy Yanni over there, right? Yeah. He's a guy that the team is supposed to be a better team, right? For all comparable purposes, let's be honest, they had a better record, all the odds, whatever you want to put into the whole spectrum of teams and depth and everything. That should have been a worse series for Miami, but you got an MVP guy who's hurt in 3 games. He's not the same guy. It showed. Butler's a really good player. That's a good team. It's still a good team, that Miami team. And I'll tell you what, I think they beat the Knicks. I'll tell you what, I'll go under these games with the Knicks again. Oh my. Astros are, what are these? Are Hoisey team? The hottest team? I don't know if they're the hottest team right now. I mean, definitely, I'm going to say no to the hottest team because their pitching right now to me needs some work. I mean, all right, so they've won 2 straight and they're 7-3. I mean, Baltimore's on an 8-2 run. We have the Pirates are an 8-2 run. Philly's on a 7-3 run. And as I said, San Fran's won 5 in a row. Now, coming up, would we like to bet Houston coming up against Philly at home? I could get down, and I'm not going to talk you off the Stros over the Phillies in Houston. Pirates money line and Lightning, what scares me. Yeah, just give me the over in that Leafs game. 6.5. And the Pirates, how do you not take the Pirates again? They just find ways to win. I took a shot with the Dodgers yesterday with Gosling. I figured he'd go 5 innings, 6 innings, and Pirates would lose a couple. No, they continue to win. Why not take them? It's April. Take the dogs. Team money. They are, 17-8, the Pirates? Over in Toronto game. Yes, Nick, I got it. Vegas Golden Knights to close out the series. I agree. I got them on the puck line here, plus 160. Hopefully he gets there. Man, the good old days. NFL draft all day, Saturday, Sunday. It was great. I loved it. I'd have a copy of the National. Sporting news. I'd be in my room. I'd go to a little corner store. I go to Buy Right. I get a nice turkey cheese sandwich on a Portuguese roll with a little mustard and tomato. And then I have one with mayonnaise and tomato because I just sit in my room all day. 2 ginger ales. I got a pen. I got a notebook. I'm just writing things down, being a degenerate from high school on. I loved it. It was great. Pitt plus money at a run and a half. Jeff, you like the run line? I don't know if I'd go run line with them. They're winning. I mean, I guess you could if it's plus money. I'm not going to say no to a plus money. They could win. They could lose this game 4-3. I get it. Taking Angels Oakland under 5 plus 450. Under 5 runs plus 450. I don't hate it, right? I mean, whenever Ohtani pitches, it seems like they don't score any runs, right? So this game could be 2-1. It could be 3-0. I'll take a shot at 450, which means what book is that? I like it. Yeah, I don't bet on the draft lines either. Too many variables. It's and again, when I did have bet the draft in the past, small amounts of money, nothing crazy, you know. But again, this year I didn't really get into it. I had other things going on, and it's just one of those drafts. I don't know. It's you see it. Oh, there might be 4 quarterbacks to go in the top 10, and then it could be 1. It could be 5. It's I don't know. No thanks. No, thank you. I mean, I get that's the play. This is where it comes to you're betting to make money or having fun. If you want to make money, you're out of that loop already. The numbers have all moved. I mean, again, I guess you could make money if it's it's maybe some kind of huge favorite already. It's minus 250. You think you can make money and put a lot of money on that? That's not for me. Oh boy, Nick. Soccer, Premier League, both teams to score. Everton and Newcastle draw. No bet. Moneyline Man United. Where is Jesse Shule for the hockey? And where the heck is Ray Reddington? Has anybody seen Ray Reddington? Moneyline Markel. Get some winners there. You know how we do. We got winners. We got them up. We're going. Get back in the plus here. Michael says about the Celtics bet. I did not bet first quarter because you are right. Hawks are the 5th best home first quarter team in the league, but the 26th ranked first half team. Celtics are big on the road first quarter, first half. Yeah, it was just we're doing a show. I said, I prefaced it by saying if I bet it, didn't bet it. I didn't bet that game. I didn't bet it last night either. Yesterday afternoon, when doing a free pick. It's just in a spot like this, the team coming home, back against the wall kind of stuff. That's where I think they're going to come out and have a good quarter, right? And they're plus 130. So if you're going to come out and be in a game and competitive and try to win this, start strong. Now, would it shock me if the Celtics come in here and it's 26-13 in the first quarter? No. I'm not going to bet it. I'm not betting it because it's it's an NBA playoff game on Thursday. Don't have to do that. Cards are lock. I feel so much better about shots. I mean, really, Mike. How are you betting St. Louis? Mikolos has been terrible. They've dropped 3 straight. San Francisco actually won 5 in a row. Now, they'll eventually lose. I'm not saying that, but I can't. I say this all the time. We'll start the beginning of the week. The Reds were a favor over Texas. I'm like, I can't bet the Reds, even though reverse thinking says you should bet the Reds because they've lost 6 in a row and are favored over a Texas team that's playing good in the first place. The losing outweighs the number for me. I mean, I can't. I can't do it. And once you're locked into that, like if I would have had the Reds the other day, maybe I'd say, okay, I'll take the Cardinals at a 150. I don't want to lay 150 with the Giants. But all in all, I got a team with 5 straight wins, playing good, finding ways to win, coming back, which is good. It's not like they're They're fighting. It's not like you get up early and kind of coasting wins. You're down, you come back, you battle back, you win. Come on, man. St. Louis got to be like, what the hell's going on here? No pitching. But a game in Braves yesterday, what a comeback. You had an in game on the Braves before the game. I was over. I ripped up my Braves 1.5. Yeah, I had Braves 1.5 yesterday as well. It was a nice surprise to see them come back. Markel, time to make some money. There you go. Tell him, King D. Money on Markel. One more try. Anaheim under 8.5. I can't believe the runs being put up in that series. That's crazy. Although the Detroit unders have been cashing for us. Smacking the bookies, money line Markel. That's what we try to do. I don't need to smack them. I just need to take their money. I think he will win as well with Randall Hurt, but Jimmy Kuhnoff worries me, and the Knicks have depth. Have it going 7. Yeah, a 6 or 7 game series I could see with that team money. I'm not going to disagree with that. It all depends what the numbers are. I'm not going to just come and bet something just to bet it because I think I got to see what the numbers are. I'm so glad Tim doesn't have to give me any grief today. Yeah, no Tim today. I'll go back to the well 3rd time's a charm. No shame in going back to the well. I'm not betting 1,000 games where I get shown to break out the pen. I know the pen comes out. Good call on the Nats yesterday. Hey, thanks, Bill. It's one of those. Now, do I think the Nats are going to be a good team this year? Probably not. Is it? We could talk about oh, look at them. They're going to be like the Orioles last year and the Pirates this year. It's a team of young players. They traded Scherzer and Turner and Soto, and they get back there. All these young guys, Ruiz and Abrams and Gore, Josiah Gray. So you're bringing back prospects who are supposed to be good, and again, they're prospects. Let's see how good the rookies are, right? It's baseball. How many times, number 1 picks in baseball? We could talk about Sean Abner. Bill, we could just talk about a lot of guys who don't pan out. So far, they had some growing pains. The pitching, listen, if you get good pitching, I'm going to take shots on 180, 190 dogs with a good pitcher on the hill. Like today, I'll take a shot because I'm not buying Lucchese. He has a 220 fave off of 1 start. I think I know what you're playing, King D. Yeah. Money man. What do you say, Brio? Good to see you. I cannot wait for the draft. Hope and praying Rays don't take a QB trade back and grab Joey Porter out of Penn State. Yeah, he's a guy I'd go for. How are you taking a quarterback this draft? And I've said any quarterback, and yes, everybody's hoping for the next Mahomes or Allen or Burrow or insert any kind of elite quarterback. But you always get that. Jake Locker, Joey Harrington, Baker, Johnny Manziel. Just go back. Come on. You're drafting on the bad teams. If I'm the Raiders, I'm not taking a QB. I'm taking the best guy on the board. Joey Porter. Sure. I don't know who's going to be, it's easy to say Joey Porter. Who knows who's available? There's other guys who have their draft boards, and I'm a best available guy. I play Madden for 30 freaking years. We're playing Madden since the 90s. NFL head coach. It's draft. Anytime, and I like to build my teams, whether it's in baseball on Outside the Park Baseball or MLB The Show or whatever. I'm taking the best available guy. I'm taking the best guy just take the best guy. They didn't allow Rays to open hold on. Nick's saying they didn't even allow Rays to open a running. No. Yeah. But with the Strozier, the pitching hadn't been good. And their hitters. I'm outside Houston, Nick. Believe me. I like the Astros. I think they have a good team. I love Kyle Tucker MVP tickets. I like Kyle Tucker. I like Jake the Rake Myers. Yordi MVP kind of guy. Framber, Cy Young. But Javier Garcia, they had not pitched well. And Tampa had been raking. Listen, nice series. I need a little more. Now Breggy's starting to hit. His in-laws live in a development across the street from me. Right down the road. 2 miles away. So, yeah, that's a dangerous team. That's why I'm like, you know what? Let's see what these numbers are going to be like versus Phillies for this series. Because I'll definitely take some Houston at home here. What do we got? So tomorrow, Framber versus Aaron Nola tomorrow is a 175. Are you kidding? And I said yesterday about Aaron Nola, he's struggling. Phillies are going to be a 500 team come June. He'll get dealt. He'll get dealt. I'm telling you, Yanks will be in on it. I won't be shocked if Houston's in it if Garcia and Christian Javier are still pitching poorly. Now you know I love Hunter Brown too, though. They are money. Nick's loving the Stros. Listen. I can't. I'm not gonna badmouth the Stros. Miz says DK had the plus 450 under 5. Michael spot on prediction of Warriors Kings. Yeah. Well, you were too. We thought that at plus 4 it was one thing. At the other line at 1.5 either way, plus minus. I didn't want anything to do with that. Nice call on the Dubs. Jesse, I know I hit first quarter Kings and then grabbed the Dubs live. Excellent. Yeah, Jesse. Kev, what do you say? Welcome in, my guy. Everton needs to get a result here to avoid regulation, but you don't find yourself in this situation unless you've been failing getting results all year. Yeah. I don't know the soccer. I don't know the soccer. I know a lot of cappers. We're all over the place, right? We do all different kind of sports. Some better than others. Soccer is not something I don't even try to pretend to know. Same with tennis. I just go Knicks. Need the Rangers start to show up with the Devils. I can't believe I had the Rangers puck line last 2 games. I'm done with them. Done with them, JK. Tommy, what do you say there? Action Pro says there's Swammer coming in on Pirates, so you could argue or break down why that could be correct. Well, I mean, why wouldn't you come in on the Pirates since they're all right? So they're 1-0, right? Because they had the loss, but I mean, this is a hot a team as any other team out there. Winners 8 of 10. I mean, they're 17-8. The record speaks for itself. Why wouldn't you take them plus? I mean, they were plus 150 last night. It sounded like 130, 140. And again, when I take dogs, if it loses, it's all right. It's even. I'm not getting hurt on the even money bet. It's not like I have to come in on the Dodgers at 155, 160, and I got to win 2 games to get that back, or a game and a half, however it breaks. Get technical about it. Michael says with the Bucks falling, Sixers plus $8 ticket looking good. Very nice there. They got to be feeling good about themselves with the way But again, Boston can be a dangerous team. They're probably happy, but take care of business. You can't get cocky. I'm sure Milwaukee was kind of cocky going into the series, and all of a sudden you're out on your butt. Listen, Warriors are a good spot. A lot of upsets seen on board. Yeah, you are. You've been fabulous. Oakland plus 2.5. Minus 130. I mean, again, the A's have scored runs, and Otani's the guy when he's on the hill. The other team doesn't hit, or they don't hit. His team doesn't hit for him. Big waves in the house. What do we got? Turn my mic back on because I had a sneeze. Excuse me. Did I turn? I wonder if I turned it off before the sneeze or after the sneeze. Sorry. So Kirby, and I said this essay about Logan Gilbert in Seattle, and I like Seattle's team. I mean, they're kind of struggling, right? They're 11-13. I don't hate it. Again, I want them to start playing a little better before I start betting on them. I need a little more consistency out of the squad, but I don't hate it. I would bet it. Orioles today over Detroit. Now, this is kind of a tough one for me here because you have a Detroit team I've been playing the unders on. Baltimore, Baltimore's not a team I want to lay 150 with, though. Maybe a run line here, Big Waves. Maybe a run line for me. And Rays under, yes. I mean, it's Cease, it's McClanahan. I almost came in to take Cease here with the Sox, but the fact that they've dropped uh, 7 in a row, I couldn't do it. Give me the under. Give me the under as well. Team money. Angels may score 20 runs. No, 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 no. They're not scoring 20. No, he does not. They don't score. They don't score when he pitches. Just feel says Nick. Both teams score. In fact, they will score first. Nice odds. No bet. And Man United. Do you have any picks in Spain? All right, I'll leave this for Jesse because I don't know anything about the. But you can follow Jesse on YouTube as well. He does his little daily show too as well. There, Nick. Nick sees a throwback to the '90s. Could be first 100 type games. I agree. If Hero's healthy, all over Knicks, yes. Thanks for in coach circles around tips. I think so too. I think Heat coaching edge, yes. I do like the Heat in this series. Gordon Gray have been pitching well for the Nets. No run support. Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's a young lineup. They're rookies basically. They're second year players. It's take a while to get into the groove. Carlos Garcia. What do you say, the legend? Well, the legend. Maybe a legend in my own mind. I appreciate the fanfare, Carlos. Thanks for popping in and commenting. Yanks over is at 125. I mean, pounding under. I was thinking Yanks run line here, plus 103, because Texas lost 3 in a row. I'll take the Yanks. Cole's on the hills, pitching really well. 16 games, the Yanks are in like 200 versus lefties. I don't want to. I know it's. And Heaney had a game where he had like 10 Ks the other, whatever, not last start, whatever it was. I want to take the under as well. I'm with you on the under. What is that total? 8? It's gone up. What do you got, Carlos? What do you think about Aaron Rodgers rookie cards? So football rookie, and I'm not a card guru by any stretch. I like my old school cards. I like. I got another sneeze coming on. Hold on. Live show, sneeze. I don't have Tim with me, so it happens. Gotta wipe the nose. So again, I'm not like the huge know it all about my cards. I like my old kind of 80s cards, guys I grew up with. I don't think, or how can it not be, a guy like Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Famer, rookie card can't have value. See, I'm a collector more than I am like a flipper. Like I want to have my cards, like them, whatever. Collect my favorite players, stuff like that. I mean, I can't really give a definitive answer on that. I think it should be worth value. The guy's a Hall of Famer. Why wouldn't it be? And that's what I don't understand about today's cards, Carlos. And if there's anybody else in here, I know Richie's kind of a card guy as well. I see these NBA players, NFL guys, like the amount of money going for them, and yet 80s and 90s Hall of Famers, whether it be from baseball, football, basketball, are worth nothing. I don't get it. Like any collection and hobby, it's what it's worth to somebody. Like, would I go pay for a nice? I'd pay a couple $100 for a nice intact 1979 Millennium Falcon. I'd pay whatever. Someone else might not pay. Nick, did anyone have a bet on the Rays not to score? Yeah, seriously. I mean, unbelievable. I didn't see that coming, as I just mentioned. I know the Stros took care of business, but coming into that series, the pitching had not been doing that, and I say that it's more for Garcia and Javier than Hunter Brown and Framber. Tim Couch, another one. Ryan Leaf. I mean, we could go on and on with some of these quarterbacks. I see the Panthers doing crazy. Drafted Richardson or Levi. Do you see? I mean, how are you drafting? I mean, again, I am not a quarterback guru. To me, I guess Bryce Young would be the guy. He plays with NFL players in Alabama. He faces a lot more of them than other players, I guess. I know. We're talking about SEC guys here with Kentucky and Florida quarterbacks, but I don't see it. I mean, I don't. What's there to say about this, Michael? It's just bizarre. I mean, how And like the best player is supposed to be who Carter, like the Georgia D guy and the running back for Texas are supposed to be the two best town guys. And then you're talking about not drafting. I heard somebody say today, but coming back to drafting, what's his name? Robinson from Texas, like the Falcons. And I actually thought like the Falcons should go after him. Like you drafted Pitts, you got a big tight end. Uh, why not go for running back? Granted, you don't have a quarterback yet, but you drafted a quarterback last year. Give that kid a shot. You know what? Who are you taking another quarterback? Like, uh, I'm under the impression that if you have skill players around somebody, that would make him better. He could just get the ball out a little faster if he's got a flare back to throw to, and you need offensive line stuff like that. But these two guys, I'm not going to take these two guys. Panthers. Yeah, you think the Panthers going to take Levi or Richardson, Mike? For those junkers, parlay junkies. Alexander Isaac, anytime goal parlay with DeAndre Hunter over 1.5 threes pays out 507. Yes, I have a problem, but I think it's 75 chance to hit. Vince Young. I mean, we could run them all out here. Jamarcus Rowe, Achilles Smith, Jay Cutler. Really? I mean, how many? Montana Winston went 1 and 2 overall. Yeah, Marcus Mariota went 1. Winston. Although Winston at least he's had some flares of being good. Cutler was a bona fide starter. Yeah, Cutler wasn't a total bust. He was a decent starter. I mean, Jake Locker. I mean, who's the kid? Rosen. I mean, Michael says, true. Not every draft has a Joe Burrow in it. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these guys, you don't know what you're getting. Who's teaching them? What kind of team they fall into? Is there any talent around them? I mean, Aikman went to the Cowboys. The guy got mauled his first year. Then all of a sudden you have a running back in Emmitt Smith. You got Michael Irvin's a decent wide receiver. You had a solid defense. You got some offensive linemen there. It's, let's be honest. It takes time. But they don't allow that now. Now you draft a quarterback, you're supposed to be in the playoffs the next year. Urias has been suspect in recent starts. Yeah, I still like Urias. I mean, he's a guy who just goes 17 and 3 every year. I mean, now he's going to lose and have some no decisions during the season, but it's, this game here, I don't know what to think about the Pirates. I don't think they're winning 80-something games this year. I don't think the Dodgers are a 500 team like they're playing right now, how they've been playing. But do I want to lay 150 with them right now? Not really. He's giving up hits, not fooling anybody. Yeah. No, I mean, and that guy, he's been in the league for what, 8, 9 years? He's 25. He's been pitching since he's 17. Get the pen out, Cubs over. The pen is out, Miz. Cubs over 8. LAA under 9. Oh man. T-Money, does Phoenix beat Denver? I like Denver win game 1, but not to win the series. It's going to be an interesting matchup there because you're going to have all the love for KD Love and his Joker real deal. Can he win the playoff series? So let's see how it goes. White Sox, money line all day, says Carlos. I don't hate taking Dylan Cease at a plus 150 or whatever heck he's at. Actually, no, it's not 150. It's 130. The problem is the White Sox have lost 7 in a row. Now, do I want to bet a team that's lost 7 in a row? At 130? I don't know if that's worth it. Especially when you're facing a guy in McClanahan who's as good a pitcher as your guy. I mean, you got 2 Cy Young guys on the hill today. I mean, you got two flat-out studs going. King D's laughing at Moneyline Markel. Jesse says to Nick about the soccer. Tempted to take over in the United game. They just lost 6-1 to Newcastle, and they're thin at the back. United is thin. Thin defense. Thank you, King. That's happens. We're live. I sneeze. I cough. Phone rings. It happens. Thanks for playing that, Sean. I came in and learned some things at the age of 59. I do. For you guys, I really appreciate it. Well, listen, Tom. I mean, Not that my way is the right way or the wrong way. It's my way of thinking. I'm a little younger than you. I'll be, I guess, 49 this August. But I've been a long time. I try to throw out ideas to help people. Sometimes it's there. I look like a genius. Sometimes I look like a moron. But for 20 something years, it's been paying the bills. Carlos says I got a couple of 90 tops Frank Thomas rookie cards. See, with the Frank Thomas, what do you got? The 90 tops, right? I mean, now they're not like what these other cards are worth, because now the cards are all, it's got to be like a Bowman first auto refractor, some kind of nonsense. Unless you got the Frank Thomas with no nameplate on the front, because that's worth thousands. That's $1,000 card. But again, people now, it's got to be graded, PS10s, and I got some graded cards. I'm more of a raw card. I put them in a little sleeve. I got them in a box. I've been really doing like sets. I got all the 80 sets from 80 to 87, because after 87, I think you get into really the junk wax kind of a whole lot of cards. I need my 84 Donruss I got to work on again. I got every other set, 81 to 87. I got the 80 top set to Ricky. So 80, 87 tops. I got 81, 87 Fleers, and 81, 87 just missing that Donruss 84. Jeff's in the house. Hope all's well with you. Raining hard in Shreveport. We had a little rain here last night. It was pouring like around 4 in the morning. I'm like, what the heck's happening outside? Crazy. Michael says, have a great day. Good luck. Remember, the only locks available are the ones at the hardware store. That's why I keep the lock right next to me. Keep the lock out for the show. And of course, I got my Chuck Finley cards. Sam Axe collection. Look at a stack of these. I put one of these in like every month on my son's lunch, and I Sharpie it Sam Axed. Cecil goes 6 tops. Yeah, he'll go 6 innings. He's going to strike out 8 guys, and then the bullpen comes in, and it's a 3-1 game. Carlos, remember, Hicks, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Exactly. Nipsey Hussle, South Central, busted caps to the fundamental. Yes. Well, the busted caps is fundamental. That's Ice Cube. How to survive in South Central. That's a little cube. Carlos, come on. You can't go old school on me, man. That's right in my wheelhouse from, like everything. From 86 to like 93, 94, like you're at 12 to like 20 kind of range. That's where all the good memories are. Being a youngster. T-Money, Pirates already down 2-0. Again, it's one. Again, I have no skin in the game here, T-Money. You're down early. They've been winning though, so I wouldn't. You can't get wrapped up in it. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. All right. Let's do a little recap here. Braves under 8.5. Padres minus 130. Tigers under 8. Nats plus 210. Pass in the NBA. Leafs over on the ice. 6.5. Vegas puck line plus 160. Ribby props on Bogarts 150 and Cronenworth plus 205. So that is that. Those are the picks for the show today. I will do a look at lines tonight. I'll come back tonight because there'll be draft talk. We'll have to do that. So we'll have stuff to talk about. The draft will probably be going on when I do the show because I'm not waiting until like midnight to do the show. Wentz pitched well against Baltimore and Baltimore. Exactly. Give me the under. Baltimore's the Tigers are an under team. Welcome site for over betters. 2 runs, fast 2 runs. King D, have a good one. Good luck to you as well tonight. A 2 spot for Urias, as we know. The Colts. By the time I come on around 9 o'clock Eastern, the Colts might be picking. Who knows? It'll probably be like a 3rd pick in the draft by the time I get on. Who knows? I don't want to do a live draft show, but I'll definitely come on live. I'll see everybody tonight. Good luck.